Platinum Blonde is a Canadian rock music group formed in Toronto. At the beginning of its most commercially successful period in the mid-1980s, the band consisted of Mark Holmes from Mansfield, England on vocals and bass, Sergio Galli on guitar and Chris Steffler on drums. Scottish musician Kenny MacLean joined the group as bassist in 1985, freeing Holmes from bass duties. History. Platinum Blonde originated in Toronto in 1980 as a quasi-punk trio, consisting of Mark Holmes, Joey Citi, and Ray Bailey. This lineup issued one self-released single in 1980, before the group splintered. Holmes then rebuilt Platinum Blonde, switching to bass and adding Sergio Galli on guitar and Chris Steffler on drums to form a new trio. Platinum Blonde spent the next 2 years mainly as a tribute band performing the music of the Police in Canada's university and club circuit. However, they also developed their own material, which they performed in smaller venues. In 1982, they signed to CBS Records Canada and released a self-titled 6-song EP, which made it to No. 39 on the Canadian album charts. It was quickly expanded into a full-length album titled Standing in the Dark, which featured identical artwork to the EP. The LP version then received a wide-release distribution deal through CBS America. The band's popularity on the airwaves in Canada led to a triple platinum album, featuring 4 hits including 2 Juno Award nominations, Standing in the Dark, and Doesn't Really Matter. Their music videos were placed into high rotation on Canada's Much Music television and playlisted as well on MTV America and MTV EUR. In 1985, the band released a second album called Alien Shores, featuring the addition of a 4th member, Kenny MacLean. Alien Shores went quintuple platinum, the group's high watermark of success. Hits from the second album included Situation Critical, Crying Over You, Somebody Somewhere, and Hungry Eyes. Steffler left the band in 1987, and was replaced by Alexander Sasha Tukach. In 1988 the band's next album, Contact, was a hit in Canada, going double platinum, but was significantly less successful than their previous record. The title track Contact was a modest hit, but the album was a commercial disappointment, and they were dropped by CBS. Platinum Blonde changed their name to the Blondes and recorded and released one further album, Yeah Yeah Yeah, before disbanding. The entire group appeared as alien bikers in the 1988 episode Eye for an Eye of the television series War of the Worlds. In 2002, Mark Holmes and partners opened the acclaimed Mod Club Theatre on College Street in Toronto, Canada. The Mod Club Theatre has showcased the likes of Muse, Amy Winehouse, Management, The Killers, The Ruby Spirit, Keane, Feist and more. Rumors of a reunion of the original band, and possibly some new material, continued to swirl, as the band played a few charity concerts in the mid-2000s. A DVD video compilation entitled Platinum Blonde, the complete DVD collection, containing all of their music videos, was in production but ultimately shelved by CBS as they were bought out by Sony Music that same year. In November 2008, Holmes took up MacLean a unregistered trademark's long-standing offer to make a guest appearance at one of his shows at the Mod Club, this time to mark the release of his third solo CD entitled Completely. MacLean had commented to Holmes hundreds of times that Platinum Blonde should reunite. Holmes quotes MacLean as saying, elite unregistered trademark's get back together. Music duos and unregistered trademark T have any rock stars anymore. Holmes always replied that he was too busy with his DJ career, but this time he agreed and they performed a collection of Platinum Blonde hits. MacLean died of a heart attack 3 hours after the show ended in his recording studio on Yonge Street in Toronto. His body was found there on November 24, 2008. Present and future plans. On March 10, 2010. Platinum Blonde played their first reunion show at the Mod Club Theatre in Toronto, Ontario. The original lineup of Mark Holmes, Sergio Galli and Chris Steffler were inducted into the Radio and Television Broadcasters Association Hall of Fame. The next day, the band announced on Much Music that a reunion is in the works with a new recording and showed dates. On December 6, 2010, An EP containing a cover of the song Not in Love was released by the Canadian electronic band Crystal Castles featuring the vocals of UK singer Robert Smith on the Fiction Records label. In January 2012, after rehearsals and 2 shows, misfortune befalls drummer Chris Steffler as he is forced to bow out from the band suffering from the auditory affliction tinnitus. In June 2012, Platinum Blonde, original members Mark Holmes and Sergio Galli with drummer Dan Todd and bassist Rob Laidlaw released a new single Beautiful to radio and announced a full new album Now and Never would be released in August that year. Their music video for Beautiful, directed by Jesse Mann, was released in February 2013. A music video for Valentine, directed by Michael Penny, was released in March 2014. In late 2013, Platinum Blonde announced a worldwide celebration of their debut album Standing in the Dark to take place in 2014. The show will take the audience on a fully enhanced production experience of visual storytelling and special effects. Exclusive VIP experiences offer faithful fans the opportunity to experience an intimate acoustic performance of songs from Standing in the Dark, meet and greet and a rare Q&A opportunity. Community service in support, Platinum Blonde sponsored a minor hockey team for youth in Whitby, Ontario, Canada during the 2012-2013 season. While the Whitby Platinum Blondes were on the ice, the band's music could be heard during breaks in the action at arenas they played in. Some of the band members are themselves parents with kids in the sport of hockey. Discography, albums, Platinum Blonde EP No A39 Can, Standing in the Dark No A23 Can Alien Shores No. A3 Can Contact No. A20 Can, Yeah Yeah Yeah, released under the Blondes, Best of Live, 7 Year Itch, 1982-1989 No A23 Can, Now and Never, singles, see also, Canadian rock, music of Canada, references. External links, Platinum Blonde, new official website, the band's original site, Standing in the Dark, a Platinum Blonde fan site, bio at canadianbands.com, info from Jam Music Canada, MySpace,